Blackmore.
You ever have one of those matches where everything just flows? You're reacting faster than you think, moving on pure instinct, reading your opponent's soul like you've seen the future. That's not magic. That's called flow state. And in the fighting game community, it's one of the most beautiful things you can experience as a player. Today, we're going to explore what flow state is, how it works, and how to recognize it, and how to train your mind and gameplay to find it more often, without falling into the trap of relying on it. Now, the concept of flow state was first introduced by psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. He described it as a mental state of full immersion. And when your awareness merges with your actions, time seems to warp, seconds stretch, and the only thing that exists is the present moment. In fighting games, flow is the silent language between your mind and your hands. It's when your inputs stop being mechanical and become instinctual. You're not calculating, you're simply acting. You feel every rhythm, every pattern, every micro movement.
You two are still thinking before you move rather than just moving. This overthinking is limiting your fighting speed. Messages can only travel through your nervous system so fast. When you rely on thoughts for physical action, you lose precious fighting time.
Whether you're a Street Fighter player, Mortal Kombat player, hell, even a Grand Blue player, you are perfectly with punishing a jab without consciously reacting. That's flow. When a Tekken player sidesteps a launcher on intuition alone, that's flow. It's the fusion of skill and instinct, and it's one of the purest expressions of mastery in the FGC. Flow state doesn't come from luck or hype. It's born from balance. It occurs when your skill level perfectly meets the challenge in front of you. If the game feels too easy, you get bored, too hard, and you feel frustrated. But when it's just right, your brain engages fully, and time melts away. In fighting games, that moment might be a heated last round situation where you and your opponent are neck and neck. The mental stack is high, yet you're calm, you're not thinking, I need the anti-air. You're already doing it. Your brain has offloaded those actions to instinct. Flow isn't about thinking less. It's about thinking efficiently. Your brain stops overloading and instead becomes hyper-focused on the rhythm of the match. Every movement, every input, every read feels seamless. You might not notice flow when you're in it. Often, it's only clear after the match ends and you look back like, what just happened? Was I on autopilot? But there are signs to watch for. You lose sense of time mid-match. You stop noticing the noise, the crowd, commentary, even the stage lights fade away. Your confidence feels effortless, not forced. Your mind is quiet, yet your reactions are sharp. Players like Daigo, Tokido, or Sonic Fox often describe this as trusting your training. They've repeated this process so many times that, under pressure, they don't have to think, they just act. That's the heart of flow. Complete trust in your preparation. Flow is like turbocharging your gameplay. We're in that zone, everything feels heightened. Faster reactions, your brain processes visual information more quickly and efficiently. Clean execution, you're no longer hesitating or overthinking, which reduces input errors. Stronger adaptability, you end up reading habits faster, react smoother, and feel one step ahead. Emotional stability, you're not tilting, you're not nervous, not panicked, you're composed, even under pressure. And last, there's creativity. In flow, players experiment in real time. They try setups they never practiced, improvise mid-combo, and often create moments that become legendary. But to me, this is where it comes down to if you know your opponent enough to where you have a backup plan in case things don't go right. Flow also increases intrinsic motivation. You're not chasing a prize or placement. You're playing because the fight itself is rewarding. That's why the best matches, even the ones we lose, can feel exhilarating when we're in flow. Not gonna lie, it's like a natural adrenaline high that you're constantly chasing.
Oh, oh.
Come on, you almost got me. Catch me.
That dopamine rush, something I've experienced in some matches throughout competing, and I'm sure you have too. But now, let's talk about the flip side of the coin. Chasing flow can actually hurt your growth if you become too dependent on it. The truth is, flow doesn't always appear. Some days you're tired, distracted, or anxious. If you rely on that perfect mental state to perform, you'll crumble when it's not there.
If Kakarot can do it, so can I. I just need to empty my consciousness, then my body should dodge on its own.
If you won't attack, then I'll just have to come to you! Now the finale!
Fine, I give up.
This is why fundamentals matter so much. You can't flow your way through bad habits. Flow amplifies when you've already built something, good or bad. Another pitfall is overconfidence. When you're deep in flow, everything feels easy, which can make you underestimate your opponent. One wrong read or a drop confirm can snap you out of instantly. So don't get cocky. And then there's the emotional crash after. Flow feels so good that when it's gone, matches can feel hollow. Or worse, you start thinking you've lost your touch. But flow isn't permanent. It's like catching lightning. You prepare the storm, but you can't control the strike. So, how do you make flow state easier to reach? You don't chase it, you build the environment for it. Master the mechanics. Flow thrives on familiarity. When your execution is automatic, your mind can focus on adaptation instead of inputs. Create some clear goals. Instead of saying, I want to win, try, I want to anti-air 9 out of 10 times, or I want to stop mashing on wake up. Small, achievable goals pull your focus into the moment. Control your breathing. Tension kills flow. Slow, controlled breathing keeps your body relaxed and your input steady. Play in silence sometimes too. Turn off the music, step away from distractions, and just feel the game. Learn to focus on sound cues, rhythm, and motion. Study your mindset. Journal your sessions. Note when you feel most in sync. What was different? What were you thinking during the time, or not thinking? Build awareness of your mental triggers. And play for love, not fear. Flow doesn't come from the fear of losing. It comes from loving the challenge enough to give yourself to it completely. Flow isn't just performance, it's about presence. It's the moment when competition becomes meditation, when you, your character, and your opponent become one shared experience. In that space, ego disappears. You're not the player trying to prove something. You're just part of the match itself. Every hit, every read, every adaptation becomes a dialogue exchange between two minds. That's what separates fighting games from any other competitive experience, in my opinion. They're not just about the level of skill, the conversations. Flow is when that conversation becomes poetry. It's something that emerges when preparation, focus, and the love for the game come together in perfect harmony. It's that spark we all chase. The moment where the fight transcends beyond competition and becomes more on expression. So next time you're deep in a match, don't force it. Breathe, trust your hands, trust your training, because when flow comes, it's not just you playing, it's the game playing through you. And that is the true art of fighting games, in my humble opinion. But if you enjoyed today's video, please give a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can stay updated of any new videos coming to the channel always. The Discord link will be in the description. Stop by, chit chat, say what's up. I will be getting some stuff rolling in certain games of like actually like doing sessions and things like that. If anybody wants to sit there and play, train, or chit chat, I'll have all of that for you. But don't want to keep y'all up in this video. This is Blackmore here, signing out. I'll catch you later, folks. Keep on gaming and stay safe out there. Peace, y'all.
The study of Kung Fu fighting is ongoing. Don't ever hope to master all of them. So be careful.